Warmington sources say investigation into irregularity has soon led to 7 female teenage prison guards suspended. Grinning TikToker explains why he felt nothing while filming the stabbing in Vancouver. The Panthers Lyon King beat the Maple Leafs in overtime. John E. Sokolowski, USA Today Sports News content. After Leafs 3-2 overtime win, the enthusiastic Panthers booed and shouted towards locker room as someone shouted, "Right, King of Lyon," he roared. Enjoy additional articles every month. Create account or view more offers. Try refreshing your browser. Or Panthers Lyon King beats Maple Leafs in overtime. Back to video. Alex Lyon also cursed the Leafs for being able to beat backup keeper only twice in 40 innings, for a very different reason. Toronto once again blew a team away, costing it a point it could use to clinch the playoffs' second place and home advantage against Tampa Bay. Please try again. Article content. Salty language also dominated Florida bench during the match. An epic Paul Maurice rant caught on camera as he successfully challenged Kaye Jarnkrok goal as his team was offside. The one-time Leaf coach was angry that his team had let his guard down twice, having already lost 4 in a row, putting the Cats on the brink of. He eventually overcame an Austin Matthews kickoff to score in 6v4 and forced the winner Brandon Montour into overtime. Article content. This was not calculated, said Maurice, losing his temper, pacing back and forth between the players without avoiding any emotion. If could shout louder, if could find a way to be more religious than would. I'm not talented enough. I needed to direct my father, who is a skilled cursor. It was the only thing I had. Article content. Maurice returned to Lyon, which has a savings percentage of 0.881 this year, and Sergei Bobrovsky #1 developed a non-COVID disease within the day. The two Leafs Lyon got most up close and personal with were Hart Trophy winner Matthews and Zach Aston Reese, the 4th player to score for Toronto, but was blocked in a penalty shootout. Aston Reese said the college feeder often gets Lyon better by going back to his days in the United States Hockey League. Try refreshing your browser or play video. I've had his number since then, Aston Reese said. I was trying to keep the blocker low on the forehand, but he made a good save. It's nice to get a point, but getting a lead with so little time and giving it up sucks. But we'd rather it happen now than in the playoffs. It's going to be a 6v4 situation again, so it's definitely something we can watch and learn from on tape. But Toronto coach Sheldon Keefe must have been sick of those instructive moments, especially when the Leafs have a team he thinks they should leave at home. We played games but we didn't get enough points to win. Whether it's a power play or some chances, we've had 5 versus 5, we've had opportunities to bury them and build significant leadership. We let the crews roam around. Article content. Lyon played their part, including when Matthews broke through net, lost puck in overtime, and remained in team when Leaf star stole puck back was blocked by his glove. Try refreshing your browser or play video. I like the structure, Maurice said of Lyon. He wasn't lucky tonight. He was grumpy about beating him on 5 holes, and then he was really solid. But he worked hard to make the opportunity good. Keefe wasn't as flamboyant as Maurice. Playoff spot had already been set, and 8 more games get him just before the Real shot kicked off in mid-April. Hear this now. Luke Shen is not easy going in few games with his former team NHL hit leader, whether to opposition or own club. Well, he speaks loudly. This is not my first time to a new team, the defender said Wednesday morning. I'm just trying to fit in completely, not taking a moment to get into it. I have no problem talking during the break or before the game. You say what's on your mind. Try refreshing your browser or play video. Wayne's World. Reusing the combination of 11 forwards, 7 defenders, Keefe coached winger Wayne Simmons for a second match. With an uncertain NHL future at 34, he has played 16 this season. He worked extremely hard and was patient, coach said. He did a good job with his minutes. He was very clever with the disc. Simmons assisted Aston Reese's second assist of the season. Game on Matthews' goal with parents Brian Emma at home in Arizona gave him 296 as the Leaf tied Frank Mahovlich George Armstrong for 6th place in franchise history. Line mate Mitch Marner extended his point streak to 11 games. Winger Jarnkrok close to scoring double, except that was not allowed. Lyon survived 15 first-period shots of power play without his club. Ilya Samsonov was defeated on an early shot by Anton Lundell when Jake McCabe's starting pass hit friend's skate, but stopped a split at Ryan Lomberg. That's 6 penalty shootouts missed for Leafs this season. A TV crew from Hershey, Pennsylvania was in game primarily this afternoon to recount Bears' win over Marlies, but he interviewed Washington Capital farmer Samsonov and asked Keefe about Spencer Carberry, who was Hershey's one-time coach and currently oversees Leaf Power Game. He's hardworking, he's taking initiative in new projects, he's connected to our top players, praised Keefe. It won't take long for him to answer these questions. Article content: The curse of the first. You won't get much argument from the Panthers that the President's Cup carries a curse. As winners of 2022, they are 9th club in a row to fail second round of playoffs, and now face complete elimination from race. However, Maurice did not hear any defeatism before the match. We are not 14 points behind, we are right there. The Leafs a tough schedule, we a tough schedule, they injuries, we injuries. If you lived your life waking up every morning believing or thinking that bad things would happen, you wouldn't be able to go to the NHL. Takes it to the streets. There are some nice street hockey matches between the Shen and Cabral families. Now that Leafs' 2 former teammates, Luke and Tomas, learned they were neighbors when Shen moved his family of 3 to the city, Luke learned that Tomas' 10-year-old son, Luke, was a budding player. There are some garage hockey games. His son came home upset that he lost the other day. I asked the score, he said 2-0, and I told him, you better get used to it because I'm coming to kick your ass. Lorne by Post Media.